Should you crack your own neck? I'm Dr. Jordan, I'm a chiropractor, and today I'm gonna walk you through what's happening when you crack your own neck and answer the question, should you be cracking your own neck? Now I wanna preface this video by saying, I'm not making this video to say you should stop cracking your own neck, you should only let me, a chiropractor, crack your own neck. My goal behind this video is to explain the differences between the two and to provide you with some alternative movements that you can do if that self-adjustment isn't giving you the relief that you need, or the adjustment that you're receiving from a chiropractor isn't giving you the relief that you need. So let's talk about it. The two main differences that I see between when you're self-adjusting and cracking your own neck versus when a chiropractor does it is the intent and the line of drive. When you're self-adjusting and cracking your own neck, whatever way you may be doing it, your intent isn't really to get a specific segment to move. You're just trying to get whatever stiffness you feel in that area to release. When I, as a chiropractor, do it, I go through and palpate your cervical spine, put each segment through a range of motion to assess how it's moving, assess which one isn't moving properly, and then make an adjustment from there. Next is the line of drive. Throughout our spine, we have joints called facet joints. The angle of those facet joints changes depending on where we are in our bodies. Whether we're in our cervical spine or thoracic spine or our lumbar spine, the way that those facet joints line up changes. And even within each segment, they're different from our upper cervical spine to our lower cervical spine. So the way that you need to adjust each area varies. Obviously, as an individual person, you don't really know that. You're not sure where you're adjusting, but as a chiropractor, I'm providing a specific line of drive into each area of your spine to make sure that you're getting the relief that you need and that the segment's getting the proper intent and range of motion that is currently lacking. Now, the thing that you'll hear from a lot of people is that when you're self-adjusting yourself, you're creating an instability within your cervical spine because you're just constantly cracking your neck over and over again. I don't really agree with that. There's not a ton of research that supports that. I don't think it's the instability that you're creating that is the big issue. I think it's really just the intent and the line of drive. We need to make sure that we're careful with this area and not putting an impulse into it that can cause further damage. Now, I'm gonna give you two alternative movements that I want you to try out if you're not getting the relief that you need from your chiropractor or from your self-adjustments at home. The first movement is gonna be a set of stretches that are gonna help to alleviate some of the tension around your neck and upper back. So to start off, you're gonna take one hand, place that hand underneath your glute here, sit up nice and tall. From there, you're gonna tilt your head away from that hand and bring your opposite hand up and over and apply slight tension into the side of your head. You should feel a big stretch into your trap here. You'll hold that position for 10 to 15 seconds. You don't have to apply a ton of pressure, just enough to feel the stretch in the area. You don't want to overdo it with either of these movements. After you finish that, the next piece, hand is gonna stay underneath the glute. From there, you're gonna turn your head away from that hand and look down towards your armpit, bringing your hand up and over the back.
Oh, you didn't actually have to take a test.
Same concept, hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. The first stretch is gonna alleviate tension in your trap, which runs from the top of your shoulder up into the base of your occiput. A lot of people who get headaches at like the base of your occiput or tension headaches need to alleviate some of the tightness in this muscle group. The second movement is to help alleviate tension in your levator scap muscle, which runs from the top of your scapula or shoulder blade up into the first four vertebrae of your neck. The function of this muscle is to elevate your shoulder. So if we work a job where we're sitting in front of a computer, was hunched up like this all day, or we're rounded forward, whatever it may be that causes increased tension in that muscle, because of its attachment on the first four vertebrae in your neck, it's also going to create some dysfunction within your cervical spine. So using those two stretches rather than just self-adjusting over and over again is a better way to help alleviate some of that discomfort into your neck. Now that we've worked to alleviate tension in the muscles, the goal of the next set of movements is to restore some range of motion into your cervical spine to alleviate the tension that you're feeling in those joints. So what you're gonna do is find a surface where you can get on all fours. You can do this flat on the floor, on your bed, wherever it may be. From this position here, you're gonna tuck your chin into your spine and practice just holding this position here. You want to emphasize trying to give yourself a double chin while you're down in that position, while also retracting your scapulas to help build some stability and strength within that area. Now we wanna add some rotation into it. So we're gonna be down in the same position, but this time we're gonna be retracting our chin and then rotating our cervical spine in each direction, trying to restore some of that joint mobility into the area. So to summarize it all up, cracking your neck, you're not hurting yourself, but you're not really doing yourself that much good either. If you need an alternative to help give you some relief from the discomfort that you're feeling in your cervical spine, I would try the movements that I just showed you in this video to help alleviate some of the discomfort and tension that you're feeling in that region. I hope this helps you out. Feel free to reach out with any questions.